When it comes to music, there are some songs you just can't escape. The kind that permeate pop culture, wind up in commercials and movies, or take up room in your brain rent-free. You might know the artists that sing those hits, but behind most of them are brilliant music producers who help to create Billboard's top charts.
Girl, you know just what to do. I'm in heaven when loving you. I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me.
Sean Momberger has helped to create multiple smash singles like the one you just heard. He also just had the best few weeks of his life, winning Record of the Year at the 2025 Grammy Awards for Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. That was followed by watching Kendrick perform his music at the most watched Super Bowl halftime show in history. I spoke with Sean about how he composed today's Earworms and the Ray Charles song sampled for the year's biggest hit.
I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold? Remember my name. To blow. I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right. Whip your lovin' on me.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Sean, a lot of people see who's performing out front, but oftentimes don't understand how many people are part of that foundation, which you are. Before we get to that, let's go through the lyrics of your life. You're from Gainesville, Florida. You were inspired by the Jackson 5 VH1 movie, which a lot of us remember. What stood out for you on that?
Just kind of like the classic American dream. And I just think, just a young family like that was able to accomplish all their goals just spoke to me.
Yeah, for a lot of us, music started with that recorder we got in elementary school for 25 cents. You moved on to middle school and you took piano lessons, but it just wasn't your thing. You say it felt like work to you.
I don't know, I love music, but I was more into sports at the time. So piano lessons just kind of felt boring to me, but luckily I got back into it kind of in high school just through the production. But yeah, I wish I didn't quit piano, man. I'd probably be a little better now.
I think you've done well. But your parents got you a drum machine as well, and you learned about this thing called sampling, which would play a bigger role later. Explain to our viewers what sampling is.
It's similar to like a cover almost, like, you're taking an old song, kind of reinventing it, but it's a little more like technical, like music terms. So you're taking a little segment or like just a little piece of an old record. You might speed it up, slow it down. Yeah, it's really fun.
It's really cool though, because it brings a sense of familiarity to a song when someone's listening to a new song as well. You played in your room for fun, but at what point in your head did you think, this is not just fun, this could be a real thing, and then you took off for LA?
I think when I first got paid by like an actual record label, it was a song I did with Trey Songz. He's an R&B singer, and I think when I first got paid by a record label, I think it was Atlantic, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That'll do it, right? And then you went on to play with people like Justin Bieber, Doja Cat, Chris Brown, Nicki Minaj. With your signature techniques, they recognized how good you were. I've heard of a thing called dumpster diving. In fact, I'm accused of doing it a few times. You do something called crate digging. And what is crate digging, and how did that lead to one of your biggest hits?
It's just kind of scouring the earth for old songs, going to record stores, going online, just looking for old music. And with this Kendrick Lamar record, that's just kind of how the whole idea started. DJ Mustard was asking me for ideas, and I actually found an old record to use for the song.
Yeah, in fact, Jack Harlow's smash hit, Lovin' on Me, you did some crate digging and found that inspiration. But 2024 was such a big year for you. You produced 3 Billboard Hot 100 hits: Jack Harlow's Lovin' on Me, Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, and Kendrick Lamar's TV Off. I would prefer it to be TV On, but that's a whole nother story. But creating Not Like Us, a lot of us, like I said, we see who's outside on stage performing songs. We don't realize how much goes into putting it together. What went into doing Not Like Us?
Not to sound cliche, but it was kind of just like another day. Mustard contacted me for stuff for Kendrick. I came across this Monk Higgins record. It was a rendition of an old Ray Charles song called I Believe to My Soul. The strings, the dun 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 dun, like that just kind of stuck out to me. And I didn't know if it was gonna be like the big smash that it became, but I thought it was cool.
They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now.
Played some piano over it, and I sent it to Mustard, and he put his drums on it, and then he texted it to Kendrick, and 8 months later, it just became like the phenomenon that you hear now.
You were just doing what you knew to do and what you liked and what you thought was good, and then the rest followed. Grammy night, you got a hint that you possibly could win, but it was kind of an uphill battle because only one rap song had ever won before, but Not Like Us won big. Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance, Best Music Video. The song is like transcended pop culture. You did something with your first Grammy Award that I think is so sweet. You sent yours to your parents.
Right. Well, I haven't officially got my one with my name on it. I think I have to order that one, but when it gets here, I'm gonna send it to my mom because she was just so encouraging, never told me to give up or anything. So my parents are a big inspiration of mine.
What's it like for you to sit back and watch the whole creation come together? Obviously, you know, during the Super Bowl halftime show, it seemed like everyone in the crowd was singing along and everyone in the crowd was enjoying something in unity that you were a part of.
Yeah, it was a big moment just from the Grammys and then the Super Bowl. It hasn't really set in, you know. Not a lot of people get to say they saw their song get performed at the Super Bowl, and for just to kind of be like the closing song with Not Like Us and TV Off, it felt special. I was sitting at home just watching the clock run, just like, oh, let's go get to the halftime. Let's get to the halftime. You know, I was on pins and needles.
Like, what game? Forget about the game. Let's get to halftime.
I'm still on cloud nine.
We live in a city where we have a lot of very talented artists, and a lot of, I know people watching, or kids watching in particular, would love to do what you're doing. What's your best advice for those people who hope to succeed in the field, not necessarily in front on the stage, but doing the things that you do to put it all together?
As long as you don't give up, you're bound to make it. I've been making beats since middle school, so it's been like 20 years. And I now just feel like I finally like kind of entered the industry in a big way. So I would say just don't give up and just treat it like a craft, like have respect for it. You know, it'll take you far.
What's next for you? Will we see you up there on the stage with the mic in the hand?
Oh my gosh, you do not want to see that. I'm not sure what's next. I think me and Mustard are just gonna keep this momentum going. You know, there's a lot of artists in LA that need to be highlighted. You know, there's a lot of artists on the GNX album that I'm trying to work with. So I don't think you're gonna hear me rap or sing, but definitely more production and definitely more big songs on the radio, hopefully.
All right, never say never. Maybe you rap and sing and pull out the recorder and play a few tunes.
Oh my gosh. God bless you.
Sean, thank you very much for joining us, and thanks for bringing us some good stuff.
Thank you so much.
To learn more about music producer Sean Momberger, visit greatdayhouston.com and we will connect you. We'll be right back.